complete what lurks in our final month. We're underway in Week 14.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson going to look to do it himself. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Brought down by Adrian Fuller.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Rolling to his right, and he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 42-yard line.
Second and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Jackson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And a short gain here down to the 22. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Tua, a give. This is Howard. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Jackson on first down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A gain there of 21 yards. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll run it. Freeman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now it's Freeman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Dolphins nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Out to his left. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll begin with a handoff to Howard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And it's caught by Parker. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
It's 4th down.
They do go for it. It's Tagovailoa.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it?
Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Tagovailoa's
a gain of 6 there on 1st.
DJ Moore. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, Tua. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
And 9 at the 24-yard line.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And again, it's Tagovailoa being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Buying time to his left. He'll run it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. DJ Moore with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
40-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Dolphins. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DJ Moore with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. An extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Dolphins 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Second down, here's Jackson. Big hold. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the Ravens 30.
They go with Howard again. Runs over it. About 3 yards there to the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A quick toss outright. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tagovailoa. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down and attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
First throw of the OT session for Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's good.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Running with Howard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
At the 25-yard line.
On first, they go right back to Howard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And that changes everything here in OT. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Forced out to his left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This is Freeman.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The Ravens send their punter out now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Second and 10. Two and a throw again. And he's going to find his go-to man so far. That's Moore. Now the timeout comes here. In the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Miami, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop.